know, when I was a kid, I remade JAWS.
Not like going down the pond chasing bluegill. This shark, swallow you whole.
The year is 1973. A couple of producers over at Universal Movie Studios come across a review for a book called JAWS, written by Peter Benchley. And as it happens, at the end of this review, there is just the comment, this might make a good movie. Say no more, let's buy the rights for $175,000. David Brown, one of the producers, said that if they had ever read the book again, they would have realised it was going to be a nightmare to adapt. So they ring up veteran filmmaker John Sturges and they get this show on the road. Or boat in the harbour, if you will. Wait! It turns out old John might not be the right guy for the job. He keeps referring to the shark as the whale. Red flag. Just imagine if the director of King Kong was like, can the massive lemur in the background move 2 feet over? You're good there. Boom. John is out. Enter Steven Spielberg, a young, jumped-up 26-year-old filmmaker who has made one feature film before. He's just made a TV film called Jewel, which was about a malevolent truck. So kill a shark feels like a natural progression. Spielberg is in. $3.5 million, 55 days to shoot the film. It's gonna be a walk in the park, or a piddle in the pool. So you know your film's in safe hands when the producers are making brilliant decisions, such as, let's train a great white shark for this film. That was legitimately considered. Good boy, now remember what we taught you? That's right, dismember the toddler, have some charm, good boy. If they just asked any sane person, they would tell you that training a shark is off the cards. So, they build 3 animatronic robot sharks. Spielberg refers to one of them as Bruce, named after his lawyer.
Hello, name's Bruce.
The main issue with these animatronic sharks is they keep sinking. That is a poor design for an ocean critter. JAWS is also the first film to be shot in the ocean rather than in a studio in a big water tank. And this brought a lot of problems. Crew members got sunburned, seasick. They ended up referring to the film as flaws. And that trend continued amongst crew members who also worked on Citizen Lame and Schindler's Robert Shaw was cast in the film as Quint, the grizzled sailor, and he delivers an iconic performance. But oh boy, he sounds like a nightmare to work with. He would frequently binge drink before turning up to set. Famously, they shot the scene with the 3 main characters singing sea shanties on the Orca over the course of 2 days. For one of those days, Robert Shaw was absolutely wasted. He would also frequently fly to Canada for tax reasons. Hey, Mr. Spielberg, am I going to be needed for the rest of the afternoon? Because I just want to nip over to Canada. But a lot of the problems they experienced while making JAWS ended up kind of being blessings in disguise. The shoot started to overrun a bit, which actually gave them time to rewrite the script. With Bruce causing so many problems, Spielberg decided to take a leaf out of Alfred Hitchcock's book and hint at the shark's presence rather than showing it. A little second unit crew headed to Australia to shoot some footage of real sharks. They headed to a place called Dangerous Reef. I wonder why it has that name. Danger, danger! Whilst they're shooting some tiger sharks milling about in the water, their boat is attacked by a real great white. How unlucky. Or lucky, I suppose. No, we're gonna die! Keep filming! This is gold! Oh, I see where the name comes from now. When you're producing a film, you should be very open to happy accidents happening during production. Whilst these crew members are fearing for their life being attacked by a great white shark, the shark attacks a cage which was meant to have a stunt performer inside it playing the character of Hooper, but there was no one in it at the moment the shark attacked, so they got some brilliant footage of a shark attacking an empty cage. So naturally, Spielberg rewrote the ending so Hooper survived and they could use the footage. The film wrapped after 159 days, and the budget had ballooned to $9 million. Spielberg thought his career was over, and he was completely right.
I get knocked down, but I get up again, 'cause they're never gonna keep me down.
He didn't even turn up to the final day of the shoot because he was worried crew members were planning to throw him overboard. And hey, it's become a tradition that Spielberg never turns up for the final day of his shoots. Following test screenings of the film, Spielberg decides he can squeeze one more scream out of the audience. You know, just one more little... But Universal Studios is like, you took our film 100 days over schedule, and now you want to reshoot? Nah. So, naturally, Spielberg dives into his pocket and pulls out $3,000. He just heads over to his mate's swimming pool, fills it with powdered milk to make the water all murky, and creates one of the greatest jump scares in cinema history. See, all you need for a good scare is a swimming pool, some Nesquik, and a fake head. I really love that little anecdote. It's creative problem solving. Spielberg rocks up to John Williams and says, "Hey, write me a score." Williams goes, okay, I've got it. It's 2 notes, E and F. Right, cool, funny, John. So what have you really got? E and F. When the film was released, it was R-rated, although that might surprise some viewers today. We're very desensitized now to seeing limbs flying off all the time and ultra-realistic gore, but you've got to see it with some historical context. In 50 years, you just know the kids are going to be like, "Oh, you're so lame, Grandad. VR's not realistic at all. Where's the smell-o-vision in 4th dimension?" Jaws opens wide across the country and sets the template for the modern-day blockbuster. As of the present day, it has earned $472 million. It ended up winning 3 Oscars, and there is a brilliant video of Steven Spielberg reacting to the nominations being announced.
JAWS is about to be nominated in 11 categories. You're about to see us sweep the nominations.
Robert Altman for Nashville, Paramount, and Milos Forman.
Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I wasn't nominated.
Who made the picture? Somebody's mother? Who made it? The shark?
Cancel my day.
So there we have it, all's well that ends well. Hold up, not so fast. It's worth mentioning that Peter Benchley, who wrote the original novel Jaws, has spent his life campaigning for shark protection and advocacy. He felt so guilty about writing sensational material about this beautiful apex predator that he then dedicated his life to protecting and preserving them. And then, 38 years later, little Sam Hartson picks up his camcorder on a family holiday and decides to remake it. Okay, so that might not exactly be true. The film I made was called Ghost Shark. Rather embarrassingly, I actually think it was the release of Sharknado which caused quite a storm online that made me want to jump on the shark train. I didn't say I was influenced by Sharknado. I didn't say it! So, a tiny bit of context first. Ghost Shark has over 1.5 million views. I have no idea why. Anyway, I want to do a separate video at some point talking about my experience with having a video go sort of viral. I am such a thief, I just stole the Jaws soundtrack, pitched it down so it would slink in under YouTube's copyright detection software. But they fixed that now, you can't do it anymore. The algorithm's learning. The machines are taking over! This was all shot on my newly acquired GoPro. It suddenly allowed a generation of filmmakers to film underwater or get in trouble for doing dangerous stunts and having it all on camera. I would never jump out of a 10-foot tree, Mum. It's CGI, I swear. The other thing to mention is this video was demonetized a couple of times. Yes, I did earn a little bit of dollar off Ghost Shark. But as I said, it got demonetized twice to my knowledge. Once for graphic imagery, we'll get to that. And the other time was when YouTube changed its policy on content featuring children. But there's nothing inappropriate in this film, you'll see.
What was that?
What was that? Top tip, your videos seem unprofessional if the wind's that bad. We filmed this when I was on holiday with my family in a French villa. So middle class. And it had a beautiful view, but being on a hillside, it was incredibly windy. My poor little microphone was probably like... Right, I guess my hair's gonna look like that for the rest of the video.
Sam?
You'll notice a lot of homemade movies have a very domestic vibe to them. It's because for some reason people don't decide to move the clobber that's lying around their house. You'll notice a cameo from some bin bags later on. The mise en scène is beautiful.
Sam?
What? I'm pooping! Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. 1.5 million people have seen me on the toilet. Okay, now the demonetization is making sense. There is a lot of naked children in this film.
Something attacked me in the pool.
Oh, like a spider or a wasp or something?
It felt really big.
That's what she said. A ghost shark is a peculiar being. A shark that can appear in any water. If your eyes were drawn to my crotch, I'm not naked. I'm wearing some little Spider-Man boxers. Paedophile. I love this, the POV shot. You see it a lot in Breaking Bad and the films of David Fincher where they'll put a camera inside someone's fridge. This could have been more effective if my actor was tall enough to be in frame.
Ow!
Steven Spielberg might have had 3 animatronic sharks, but I had After Effects. I just animated some JPEGs of sharks. Woo! Look at that Dutch angle. That's further over than a Dutch angle. That's like a Romanian angle. Is that further over than the Netherlands? I had to change batteries. Now the lava lamp is lavering. Beautiful. Now, another word of advice. Never make the climax of your film a character writhing around on the floor. I'm guessing the direction I gave Jack was something along the lines of, just make a bunch of glottal noises.
Sam, how do I stop the ghost shark?
You have to make a ghost weapon.
How do I do that?
Well, you have to kill a weapon. Do you see it? Cameo from the bin bags there.
I'm sorry. Did it work?
Yes. Just yes.
Smell you, son of a...
Look at the incredible VFX work there. And warning, if you're squeamish, look away now. Yep, that is the graphic content that YouTube decided to slash my earnings because of. So there we have it, Ghost Shark. So, highlight the comment section. This is so fake, and I laughed so hard. I like it. It's a masterpiece. This ruined my life. That's fake, you just made it up. I did a lot of research about sharks and hammer sharks and pirates, and Ghost Shark is real, just Tippy and Ghost Shark do pictures. The Ghost Shark is called the real Ghost Shark. How the Ghost Shark lost its stomach. I do believe Ghost Shark is real. My name is Preston Nally. Low light, bin bag cameos. Cancel factor, we got some naked children going on, so prison sentence. So, there we have it, my attempts to remake JAWS. If you want to experience the carnage, the chaos, I've left the link down below. As usual, like and subscribe, tell your friends, foes and family. Toodaloo!
I used to hate the water. I can't imagine why.